I think the biggest question is, how good will it do a burnout now? What's going on, guys? Super excited for today's video because we are finally tuning the 21 F150 using the new SCT X4, and I went with 5-star tuning for the custom tunes on the truck. Had them on my Silverado and absolutely loved them, so I figured, you know what, we'll give them a shot and see what they can do with the Ford. So for anyone new, 21 F150 5.0, we have the SMB cold air intake, 3-inch catback, 373 gears, and honestly this thing is pretty rowdy from the factory, so I can't even imagine what we're about to unlock. But hopefully some new personal best, some better drivability, and just overall better performance in general. It is 15 degrees right now. I'm stuttering because I'm so cold. I'll catch up with y'all back at the farm. All right, guys, well, it's been a couple of days. Thank goodness it is no longer freezing cold. But if you have never tuned a vehicle, or maybe you've tuned an older one, there's going to be a lot more steps involved with the newer trucks. And honestly, I was not prepared for this. So that's why it's been about a week, because I finally got everything figured out and got everything sent back to me so that I actually now have my custom tunes for the truck. Now, there is a lot more moving parts, but it's not super crazy complicated. I'm going to show y'all exactly what you have to do. So just take a step back. Don't get overwhelmed. There's like a lot. It's kind of scary, but I'll show you what you got to do. So let me show y'all what we actually got. So like I said, quite a few more moving parts now. So you got your ECU plug, which this then goes into your SCT flash box. You've got little baby jumper cables, which gives it power from the battery. Then this goes into your SCT device, and you have to do a couple steps before you get your tune. So you're going to have to pull a strategy code to send off to them. And then you're also going to have to pull your factory tune off to send to them. Those are two different things that you have to do, unfortunately, now under the hood. So let's jump under there and I'll show y'all. First things first, let's go ahead and unplug our ECUs. I'll push that in, pull the gray tab back, the middle one, farthest one, the closest one to me. Wiggle them, pull them out, just lay them down carefully. Same with this guy. Now, I'm going to take your ECU or PCM, whatever it's called. Have it the correct way, of course. Lock that guy in. Take your SCT box. Give it a couple screws just to be on the safe side. Then from your SCT box, plug in your OBD2 port or cable, OBD2 cable. Then plug in your SCT X4. Then we're going to go back, plug in on our SCT box, plug that guy in. Then we're going to give power first. Get this thing out the way, make sure it's not going to bump your clamp and make you lose connection. Don't want to do that during this process. Get that, and our SCT is going to power up. Let me make sure y'all can see that. Now that you have power to this, there's a couple things that you have to find in order to send off before they can write your tunes, or at least before they can send them to you. So first of all, you need to go to vehicle info, which I'm going to blur all of my info. All that's blurred, but it's going to be this one right here, ECU strategy. You have to write that code down, send it to them for them to be able to program it. And then you want to go to device settings. This is on the initial setup. Stock upload. So you want to pull your stock file from your truck to your programmer so that you can send that off to them as well. So just click on this, go through the process of getting the stock file onto here, and then I'll show y'all how to do it from here to your computer. So they have pretty good instructions on what all you got to do, and they do send you links to things that you got to download, one of them being this device updater. That's the main thing. So once you get this downloaded, updated, and everything, plug your SCT in, and you're going to email them that strategy code that you wrote down, or took a picture of or whatever. That's the first thing. But then you have to get your stock file. So down at the bottom, stock file from device. It's going to look for it. Should find this. Then you go to browse, and you're just going to want it to be on desktop. So just then type anything unless you just want to. Select folder, and it will save that to your desktop. Once again, if you're not the administrator, it's going to save it to the administrator's desktop. Then you just take that and email it to them. Now then they will be a couple days and they'll send you your new tunes. So you're going to want to put your tunes obviously from your email to your computer. So just drag them to your desktop. Once you download them, then you want to put them from your computer to your SCT. So you're just going to go to load custom tune file up here. Oh, I forgot, gotta go back. Load custom tune file. It's gonna look. All right, now you're just gonna go to locate custom tunes. There are my 3 ones that are on my desktop. You're just gonna, we'll just say, we're gonna click that just to show y'all. So then it's gonna put it right here, available tunes. You click there, then you hit this, add to device. Obviously I've already added all of mine. You'll click that, it'll put it over here, and then this will light up where you can click on it. You just hit program, it'll do that. Then if you wanna load another one, you just go back, do the same process till you get all of them on, and you're done. Then you're ready to load it on the truck. Now we are ready to tune. Continue. There's our 3 tunes. We're going with 93 performance. This might take some time. I'm just gonna go ahead and sit it right here. Custom tune will disable your SCT preloaded tunes. Yes. Vehicle required tune. We do not want to mess with the preloaded tunes anyways. So program vehicle custom tune 93 performance. No backing out now. Download complete. Tune has been programmed successfully to the vehicle. Turn key off. I didn't turn my key on. I don't know if that's a problem, but I didn't. I'm gonna just reverse the process, taking this back off the truck, and we'll crank this thing up and go for our very first drive. Out of gas, and also want to obviously let the tune kind of learn itself, learn the truck, learn the fuel that's in it, those kind of things before we just go beating on it. I just want to get my first little impressions of it. I didn't expect it to be as big of a difference as like with my Silverado, because it was a complete dog, whereas this truck feels good. Okay, whoa. This truck feels good stock. Those shifts, those are a little spicy, ain't gonna lie. Those were some firm shifts right there. The higher one's totally buttery smooth, but those first 3, little kit, dude. This thing gonna be spicy. I'm thinking it is. I saw some good dyno numbers that put out pretty crazy for just tune only on a naturally aspirated truck. Oh my. Yeah, that's a big difference. It really pushes you. Those are definitely noticeably firmer shifts. Well, I would pick the absolute slowest pump known to mankind, but 93. We've been running 93 since we got this truck, but we're gonna do the 93 tune first, and then we're gonna step it up to the E85 tune, which is supposed to have some major gains. So I'm excited. Let's throw a couple bucks in here, because I'm not gonna sit here all day, and we'll see what she does. Oh my gosh, yep. She's about to be scooting. Don't got too big of a runway, but let's just see. Shredding the tires. Oh my gosh. It went over 7,000. It revved over 7 grand. I just put it in sport mode for the first time. So aggressive. Let's see. 3,200 RPMs. Holds it super high. Wow. feels almost like when I had the amped throttle booster set on like the 200% setting. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It is rowdy. We're just gonna ease up some RPMs and let her rip. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
30. 60.
Holy crap. Let her rip. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
30. 60.
Our 0 to 60 is 2.1, which is actually not the fastest that we've gone. 5.23.
30. 680. 30. 60.
It beat it, but not like I thought it would. Not like it felt. It felt fast. We've done normal mode, we've done sport, but can you put it in eco and actually be chill? Or is it always going to be too aggressive? Okay, it's definitely toned down a little bit, but it does shift more aggressive. I would say just from that one takeoff, which we're going to do in several more, the eco is more close to what it was like normal before. Maybe not quite as, the actual shift hits pretty hard still, but it's not revving crazy and doing all that kind of stuff. It's pretty tame, but we'll drive it for a little bit on eco and give y'all my final thoughts. All right, guys, well, let me catch y'all up to speed because it's been a few days since the previous part of this video that y'all just got done watching. So y'all saw we loaded the tune, immediately took the truck out, got our first driving impressions, and then got our 0 to 60 and 1/8 mile times on the Dragy. Now, the truck did perform the stock tune with 93 octane. However, it did not beat the E85 stock tune in the 1/8 mile. It was surprisingly quicker by a little bit, just a fraction. I think it was 0.06 of a second, 0 to 60. But the 1/8 mile was not faster, which honestly was very surprising because y'all saw my reaction to driving this thing. I thought it was going to be way quicker because it felt like it had gained a lot. Now, it's because it was so aggressive with the transmission. Now, similar experience with like a throttle booster, you can think there's a lot more horsepower, even though you know there's not any more horsepower. It's just the way that the power is delivered. I'm not saying that's all that this tune is. However, I was like, man, this should be faster. But maybe these engines on these trucks just love E85, and even on the stock tune, it really gives it that much more than the 93, and that's what's holding us back currently. Even though the dynagraphs from 5-star had a pretty dramatic improvement over, I guess they did 87 to their 93 performance tune, which obviously they want to show the biggest improvements. Then the E85 numbers were just crazy, but I was really anticipating some much better personal best, right? Well, then I got to thinking, I was like, well, they did say, you know, there's a 300 to 500 mile kind of learning process where the truck is going to, you know, experience some hard shifts, some soft shifts, and it's not like, it hasn't learned itself yet. So I was like, okay, well, since it didn't perform like I thought, let's give it some time. So I've been driving it for the last 3 days. We've put like 380 miles on it, I do believe. And man, it should learn, right? Now, I will say shifting has improved. It's not always as harsh. It is smoother. 1-2 shifts are still pretty aggressive. They kick you in the butt. They bump your head back. It's pretty rowdy still as far as shifting.
When the trans is cold, sometimes it's a little weird, which I don't think I experienced on the stock tune, but when it's warm, it seems fine. Everything seems, you know, it's good. It's aggressive. It's a fun driving truck. But I just got done throwing the stocks back on it and taking it back out, and I just honestly could not beat my time at all.
30, 60, 30, 60.
You know, I can't go out and do a million passes back to back to back to back and just, you know, try to tweak things that I'm doing differently and whatnot. I'm just going out there and making a pass right. Now, I tried the truck, you know, giving it some RPM and just hitting it off, you know, no RPM, straight, let off the brake, nail the gas. Neither one did better than the E85 factory tune. So honestly, I'm a little disappointed because it is so aggressive. If you didn't see the numbers back to back on the Draggy, you would think it is considerably faster, even though, you know, according to the Draggy, it's not. Now, will it learn and be, you know, get quicker potentially? Maybe, but I just don't see it. I honestly don't see it at this point after this many miles. So that does kind of stink. Quickly, fuel economy has improved, which is surprising. That's always good because that eventually will pay you back for what you've, you know, done to your truck. Before, on these wheels and tires, it's typically like 16.5, maybe 16.8. And just a minute ago, it was showing 17.9, which is crazy. If that's accurate, that is a dramatic improvement. And man, you genuinely would pay yourself back for putting this tune on there. Now, it could not be accurate, right? It's the computer. I haven't done it, calculated out, but that's what it's saying at least. So if that's accurate, that's awesome. That's a big difference. What's next? I guess we're just going to try it on E85 because the numbers on that dyno that they put out is huge, and there's no way we won't see a dramatic decrease in our times. And this is a 400 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque at the crank from the factory, so that's big numbers. That's a lot, right? So that's definitely something we would see a decrease in our times, and we would definitely feel. So I guess we're gonna do that. It is a little bit annoying with this because at first I was like, dude, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna have to do flash the tune at the gas station. Well, no, you just have to do a couple extra steps. We're gonna have to return it to stock where it is a flex fuel stock tune, fill it up with the E85, and then flash the E85 tune on it. So there's an extra step there rather than some of the other ones that retain the flex fuel capability, which I know there's probably gonna be a lot of people saying should have went with this tune or that tune, and I want to try multiple. My thing was 5-star was the first one on the market that I saw that you could do pre-orders, so I jumped on it because I wanted to have this video out on YouTube. So that's why I went with them. I also really enjoyed the tune on my Silverado from them, but obviously a 18 6-speed 5.3 Silverado has got a lot of room for improvement, a lot of cleaning up with the transmission tunes and stuff. So I was thinking, I really liked it on it. Now this truck is pretty dialed from the factory. I feel like I said, it's pretty aggressive. So yeah, I'm probably gonna swap it up. And we'll test the E85, see how E85 does. And there is data logging. I can reach out to them. They can do some revisions. They can try it out. There's free tunes for life. So anything else, if we did long tubes or something that they could give us some revisions and stuff, that's a really good thing about it. But if it's just honestly right now just feeling faster because the transmission is more aggressive, that's kind of a loss for me. That's not getting my money's worth to me. So we'll have to see. But I definitely want to try some of the other tunes. I know everybody raves about Oz Omega tune, which is flex fuel capable, so you don't have to swap back and forth. You just put your fuel in there, it adapts, and you're ready to rip. I want to try that, but I don't think they're even out yet. I'm gonna wrap this video up because I've been rambling for way too long, but I just want to give y'all my honest feedback. I have nothing against 5-star. I have no affiliation with them at all. I'm just giving y'all my honest opinions. And like I said, they do offer data logging, which I could do and probably will do, that could make this clean up a ton, give it its maximum power, or maybe we got something going on. I don't know. That's a potential as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna quit rambling. Y'all comment down below, let me know. I'll see y'all on the next one.